Hayden of Hyundai New Zealand Rally is New Zealand's best rally driver, competing nationally in both the Hyundai i20 AP4 and the Hyundai Kona EV rally car. Announcing plans from his New Zealand base in Cromwell, Hayden and co-driver John Kennard intend to head to Europe for an all-Kiwi attack on the WRC2 category of the World Rally Championship.
Yeah, just obviously incredibly pumped. We've been trying for quite some time to get back into the WRC and to now go back with our own Kiwi team. It's pretty surreal, a lot of hard work and still a lot of hard work to come, but this is a pretty big step. So since 2018, when we were last in the WRC full-time, we've been trying over and over again to get back. It's almost seemed like the odds have been stacked against us no matter what we did, whether it was a freak testing accident in Finland, to Rally Australia later that year being cancelled because of a bushfire.
It's been a horror day for firefighters in Australia, where more than a dozen bushfire emergencies have been declared in New South Wales alone.
Following year 2020, trying to get back, having a contract in place for some selected events, and then obviously COVID coming around.
In breaking news tonight, New Zealand has its first confirmed case of coronavirus.
It takes a lot of planning, a lot of management, a lot of motivation and time from everyone in the team. This is a life choice for now, it's not a job, and we're all in it because we love it, but also, probably even more so, we love winning, so that's one of the biggest driving factors.
The 2022 season for Hyundai New Zealand Rally started in victorious fashion, taking out victory at the biannual Ben Nevis Station Golden 1200. With 700 horsepower and an aggressive aerodynamic package run on the team's Hyundai i20 AP4 car, Hayden's objective was clear. Hayden replicated his performance from 2 years ago with an outright win and a new course record.
Up to the flying finish, and ladies and gentlemen, a 2 minutes 6.1 for Hayden. What a spectacular time that is.
Just 2 weeks after the Golden 1200 hill climb, and with the car converted back to its usual New Zealand Rally Championship trim, the team relocate to Roxburgh for their first test day of the season. The Hyundai i20 AP4 now back to its regulation compliance specification for 2022.
Today's our pre-season test for the rally season coming up, so we've obviously got the car back in rally spec now after a quick turnaround after Nevis, and obviously before Otago Rally it's a chance for us to really try a whole lot of new combinations and setups. We've got a few theories and things that we're working on from last year, and like anything in motorsport, if you're standing still you're going backwards, so for us we're trying to find more improvements this year, more speed and more driver comfort. So yeah, we've got some pretty good things up our sleeve, and today's a chance to find out what does and doesn't work, and gets us ready for the season.
Test days take place on closed public gravel roads, with multiple runs to check different setups and solutions in consistent conditions. For team technician Ben Fretwell, it's known that the development in the pre-season will be a huge benefit as the championship progresses.
Every year is changing, so this year we're focusing a lot on distance suspension, getting traction, because that's how you go fast. Obviously we're limited to a restricted motor in our class, so any other gains you can get on the other side of the car, it's massive.
With 80 kilometres of testing under their belts, Hayden and the team are feeling well prepared to tackle the opening round of the New Zealand Rally Championship. With everything loaded back at the team base, Hyundai New Zealand Rally makes the 300-kilometre journey to the rally base in Dunedin.
So finally on the road for the first rally of the season, and it's a big job getting this rig ready. Pedro and the boys, there's a lot of admin getting everything packed. Obviously 2 or 3 cars, but it's not only the cars, it's all the spares. The cars are all different, so the spares are all different, all the tyres, all the tools, preparing for any worst case scenario. But now that we're all loaded on the road, this is actually probably one of the most relaxing parts for me. I love driving the truck, gives you a chance to regather your thoughts and reset before the event, and yeah. Nice little home in here. It's a bit different to the rally car, but still good fun.
Rally Otago begins Thursday with a 2-day reconnaissance to prepare the pace notes for the weekend's competition.
So all the rallies that we do, we obviously do a reconnaissance where we go out, nice early starts like this, which I love, but go out and write our pace notes or check our pace notes from previous years to make sure we're ready for the rally ahead. So Dunedin here, 2 long days, 5:30 starts, and then back late at night, and then get into the action tomorrow.
Reconnaissance is a slow-speed convoy in road cars over the rally stages to write and develop each team's unique set of pace notes, writing abbreviations of corner gradients, lines, speeds and hazards.
The recce days are probably the most important preparation that we do for any rally. Of course, first recce of the season as well, so you've got to get back in the swing of things. It's been 8 months since we've done a proper reconnaissance. But we start with the basics. We've got the tape on the steering wheel, and that's basically given us our guidance to the gradient that we apply to every corner as we're writing or checking pace notes. And then we've got a 2-pass recce over the stages. Some of the stages we have notes from previous years. Some of the stages we've got to write brand new notes. So first pass going through, I'm reading to John what we want the description to indicate for the road, and second pass John's reading them back so we can check them. And then first time we're driving them at speed is during the rally, but having the pace notes absolutely crucial is important, and that's why I think these recce days are actually mentally quite draining, because you're so focused on the road at a low speed, trying to make sure you got the right information and the right detail.
Meanwhile, back in Dunedin, the technicians visit scrutineering, checking the driver and co-driver's apparel alongside car safety and eligibility to confirm the Hyundai i20 AP4 meets national championship regulations.
So scrutineering is we bring the cars down from Motorsport New Zealand to make sure everything is legal. Obviously we've got to follow a very specific set of rules in order to compete, and this is where they check all cars, make sure the driver gear is legit, and that the car is ready to compete, and that everyone's up to the right safety standards and performance standards.
2022 sees increased competition from other teams and manufacturers, which, along with the return of the World Rally Championship to New Zealand, means there is excitement around the start of the new season.
Hey, this year it's going to be a fantastic year. There's a few new competitors, old competitors with new cars, and also a couple of new manufacturers coming on board, so it's going to be a really exciting season. But no doubt the Hyundai will be out there challenging and setting the benchmark, so it'll be great.
Playing games, Barry? Oh no, it doesn't bother me a bit again. No.
Okay, he's got it here.
Friday night, and Dunedin City comes alive with the sights and sounds of New Zealand's fastest rally cars lining the Octagon for the pre-event public car display and driver signing.
Yeah, so in the off-season we've done a lot of developments on the car. The boys behind the scenes have done a lot, and also we've taken on some new staff, so sort of expanding our team, taking that forward with us this year as we head overseas and start to spread our wings.
For Hayden, it's a chance to engage with some loyal fans and check out the New Zealand Rally Championship teams competing in 2022.
Yeah, obviously looking forward. This is always our favourite rally. It's the best way to start the championship. Not only the vibe here in town, but also obviously some pretty iconic stages. But we've got a good challenge this year. We can see that the competition's stepping up. We've seen a lot of other manufacturers coming in to try and challenge Hyundai, which is awesome for the sport. It's awesome for the growth of the sport, and also opportunities for others to grow. But it means that we're going to have to be pushing and be trying to do the best job we can. We are expecting the competition to be closer, so we've got to up our game. But pre-season testing's gone well. Proof's in the pudding once we actually get into the stages and see where we actually lie. But feeling pretty confident. Stages are looking absolutely immaculate, and ready to give this the best shot we can.
Hyundai New Zealand Rally lines up for its first day of rallying, with 105 entrants and 276 kilometres of timed special stages over 2 days. The competition will be fierce.
minutes. Sorry, that was appalling though.
Despite taking a 17-second lead on the 14-kilometre first stage, Hayden and John are taking longer than hoped to get back into their groove.
Hayden, obviously a lot of dust and sunstrike for a lot of competitors. You had a 7-minute gap there. Was it much of a difference for you?
Yeah, obviously for us it's okay. So, there's probably a couple of spots in there where you see the dust will be hanging a little bit. So, yeah, we've probably got the pick of that. But, probably need it because it was a very average stage for me. You can definitely tell 8 months, not an actual competition really. And, yeah, very rusty.
On stage 2, Hayden and John would stretch their margin to almost a minute. But problems would strike into the next stage, the 11-kilometre moonlight test. A broken drive shaft in the first corner of the stage means Hayden and John will need to cruise to the end without losing too much time. They limp through the stage in 3-wheel drive and back to the service park.
Obviously the car's all back to full health. The guys done an awesome job, and definitely starting to get back into a rhythm again. Awesome stages. Road conditions probably not quite what we would have liked. They're a little bit sort of soft and pumicy underneath, which is limiting the traction. So not quite able to extract the times that we'd like to. But we're keeping it in the middle of the road, building the confidence, and hopefully we can carry on building it in these last 2 stages today.
With the problem repaired and all general servicing completed within the allocated 30 minutes, the car returns to the stages.
High right tightens, hooks back for minus, opens okay, bump, 50, flat 7 left, 80.
Stages 4, 5 and 6 give the team the chance to build on their lead while challenging old stage records. With a healthy lead rebuilt, the team attack the final stage of the day. The team seek the all-important points on offer for the power stage, a selected stage on each rally where extra championship points are awarded for the fastest time.
Opens over small crest, 50, half 5 left plus. 50, slow 6.
This stage, at 34 kilometres long, is also the longest stage of the rally. Pushing hard, Hayden is setting a blistering pace in an attempt to beat his existing stage record. But just 10 kilometres from the finish, disaster. A left front tyre failure means an instant decision must be made. Stop and change the tyre, or carefully drive out without risking too much damage or time loss.
Long, flat 7 right, straightens into flat 7 left, 80, slow 6 right, delaminating. 40 left in the back.
The latter is quickly decided upon, yet despite the mishap, Hayden and John still win the stage by 16 seconds to hold a 3-minute lead at the head of the rally. And, more importantly, gain maximum power stage points to go towards the championship.
How much time do you think it's cost you? Not enough to be a worry?
Oh no, definitely. We cruised for 10K, so I'm hoping we haven't lost a minute. It's going to be touch and go on the power stage points.
The final service park of the day, which extends an opportunity for the technicians to check over and repair the car before day 2. This service is restricted to no more than 60 minutes, otherwise time penalties will be applied to the crew's overall rally time.
Obviously a good day. It's always good to get to the end of the day and have a lead intact. So the guys have done a great job today. We've had our work cut out a little bit. Obviously a drive shaft problem this morning, and unfortunately on the last stage, which was a power stage, we had a tyre blowout in the front, 10k from the end. So we knew it was a power stage. We knew it was important to get the points. So then we really tried to manage it and get the car to the end of the stage and try and salvage some points. And luckily we were still able to get maximum points. So that was the most important thing today. But obviously another long day tomorrow, and try and see if we can keep all 4 wheels on it and have a nice clean day.
An iconic day of rallying awaits. The Hyundai New Zealand rally team line up for their final day of the Otago rally. With just over 3 minutes of buffer, the team can afford to relax a little. The annual return to the Otago Rally's classic stages, Hyundai New Zealand Rally returns to the south of Dunedin for Day 2, with 8 time special stages ahead. The opening stage of the day sets the tone for Day 2, with a mix of experience and youth battling on the stages, as Robbie Stokes, Ben Hunt and Rana Horan battle over the final podium spots.
Yeah, so it's good to be out here in Waihola today. Yesterday was a pretty challenging day, but that's part of rallying, a bit of adversity. We overcome all those challenges and yeah, looking for a smoother run today, bring this thing home.
At the first service park of the day, Hayden is comfortable with his pace, but has compromised some speed with his tyre choice in an effort to avoid a repeat of the tyre drama he and John faced on Day 1.
Yeah, much better start this morning. Sort of picked up a little bit where we left off yesterday in terms of rhythm. First one was not quite so clean, but it was a nice clean stage, and then the last two was sort of backed a bit more to how we would normally like to be driving, so feeling good.
It's been a busy morning, mainly because we've been doing tyre changes in between stages, so back to front, put 2 new spares on before the last one, so 5 minutes to put a couple of tyres on is fairly quick, gets you nice and warm. Stages have been going really well, and we're all happy with the morning.
Stages 15 and 16 are clinical from Hayden, as he extends his lead to well over 5 minutes while setting new stage records. Meanwhile, the final podium places are decided, with double national champion Ben Hunt in his new car setting a great pace to take second, ahead of fellow R5 driver Rana Horan. Challenges from both Robbie Stokes and Emma Gilmore throughout the event certainly make it a close fight within the top 5, but issues for both mean they have to settle for 4th and 5th respectively. Pattern Racing Group team member Ari Pettigrew comes home comfortably in the top 10 in 7th position, with an impressive drive in his debut in a 4-wheel drive rally car, which bodes well for his future. The final and most spectacular stage of the rally, the famous Kuri Bush. World-renowned and part of the Otago Rally each year means the stage is well known by all the teams. This means maximum attack and maximum speed as each team pushes to set new stage records. A personal target of Hayden and John's each year is to better their stage records. This gives them clear indications that car and team improvements are hitting the targets year in and year out. They cross the finish line with a time of 6 minutes and 13 seconds, going under their previous Kuri Bush record by more than 2 seconds, with an average speed of 125 kilometres an hour over the 16-kilometre test.
Safely securing victory here at Rally Otago and a stage record, I think, to finish as well.
Yeah, today's been a really good day. Obviously yesterday was a bit tough going to get the season started, but we sort of got back into a groove today, and everything's feeling really good, and a few compromises, but yeah, all in all, really happy. The team done an awesome job. John's amazing in the car as per normal, so yeah, enjoyed it through here. It's actually a bit boring to drive like this because it's no gravel on it. It's like tarmac, and you just can't slide the car, you can't unsettle, you just got to pick your line, so not quite as much fun, but still good.
Returning to the finish, the team celebrate a win of almost 5 minutes and 30 seconds over their closest challenger, giving Hyundai New Zealand Rally the championship lead and a strong foundation for the season ahead.
You'll be going for double figures next year?
Yeah, well, I've just been told John's already got double figures. He's won it with someone else once before as well, so I'm going to be forever chasing him, I think.
Monday morning, and following a successful event, the team launched their new Patterns Project initiative.
Oh, look at that!
Selecting a nominee from the community after each event, Hayden wants a chance to give back to the community. The first visit, Ari and Jensen West, who both tragically lost their mother 18 months ago, were selected to be visited by the team in car and have their chance to ride alongside Hayden in the team's Hyundai i20 AP4.
How's that?
Well, obviously I used to compete in rallies many years ago. Actually used to compete against Hayden's father many years ago, and my co-driver was my wife, and we went through and competed for a few years, and then the boys come along and we got a bit busy, so we stopped our rallying and concentrated on the boys, and then unfortunately she became sick a few years ago and passed away from cancer the end of 2020, so the last couple of years have been a bit tough on all of us, but we're getting through it, and this has sort of just brought a bit of joy to everybody.
Actually, I might put that cushion the other way around. Maybe.
Returning to base, team manager Matt Bowater cleans the car in preparation for the New Zealand Rally Championship's second round, Rally Whangarei.
Yeah, so it's good to be back at base after a successful rally at Otago. Now it's the turnaround to head up to Whangarei. We're looking forward to it. It's a pretty tight turnaround, so yeah, we'll pull apart a few things, and there's not too much damage, but there's always a bit of wear and tear, so we'll get everything looking perfect, and yeah, bring it on. Yeah, so we head up north about a week before the event. Truck behind you here has got to head up, so yeah, the car's got to get turned around even quicker than when the event is, and then we'll fly up after and meet Hayden up there in the truck in the cars.